What's up, guys? Welcome to At Home Fitness with Coach A. I am Coach A, and this is the YouTube channel that aims to bring you guys in gym quality coaching and workouts for your at-home or garage gym needs. Now, today we are looking at day number 235. It is Thursday, October 5th, here in Northeastern Ohio. And we have two pieces for you guys today. We're gonna go with a bit of a loaded bodyweight strength movement for the strength work today, and then something a little bit longer and up-down chipper for the workout. So without further ado, here's what we're looking at today. Your strength piece is going to be find a 10 rep max weighted push-up. Feel free to allot as much time, put in as much rest as you guys want for this. Try and find a real accurate number. If you're not sure how to do that movement, stick around, watch the demonstrations, and I will walk through how to load up that position for you. Now, for the workout, a lot of pieces here, so make sure we understand how to flow through these. We're gonna do this for time. It's gonna go 5 reps to 25, and then back down to 5, so you're gonna kind of repeat after you hit those 25 in the middle there. You guys are gonna start with 5 wall climbs, move on to 10 each side on a dumbbell plank row, 15 tuck crunches, 20 wall balls, and finally 25 burpee pull-ups before working our way back down to those 5 wall climbs to finish. Stick around if you guys are looking for movement modifications or the demonstrations of some of the stuff that you might not understand how to do. All right, guys, the first thing we're looking at here today with the bodyweight strength portion of the day's work is going to be the position we're going to set that weight in. Plate's the easiest thing to utilize for this because we're just going to go ahead and set it on our back between our butt and our shoulders, and hopefully we can stabilize it in that position. Now, the big piece here is trying to keep myself in as straight and controlled of a push-up position as possible. Sometimes the width of that plate will sort of get in your way, and as you see, I come down here really slowly. It's just kind of staying inside the arms there, so it might end up dictating where the hands get put to some extent. Alright guys, here's what we're looking at with the workout today. We're going to have an up-down chipper, so we're going to move our way up to the higher reps and then back down to the lower ones. It's going to start with our 5 wall climbs. Feet are up on the wall. I'm trying to be a little hesitant here so I don't hit that cord, but we're walking the hands back into rear in a completely vertical position like you see now. I personally don't care if the belly button touches the wall on this. I'm more so looking for control and stability. Now, big ping, make sure we're walking ourselves back down, not just dropping down. If we need to modify this, by the way, guys, since we're here, I'm going to show you how to do that, and that's basically going to be somewhere in the 45-degree angle range. So we're kind of just cutting that range of motion shorter. We're still performing the wall climb. We're still doing the basic movement there. We're just not necessarily going through its full range of motion. Now, second movement is going to be those alternating dumbbell plank rows. Notice that they're 10 each side. If you guys have only heavy dumbbells and you want to utilize those, then 10 total is probably fine. But this is going to be one of the quicker movements we have. Notice how I'm bending the knees. If you want to put a little bit more core emphasis on that movement, drop those knees down, put them at about a 90-degree angle. It's kind of a bear crawl position, and that will allow you to get even more core work out of a workout that already has a ton of core work in it anyway, like the tuck crunch here. So make sure it's extension in a hollow to the crunch. Extension in a hollow to the crunch. I like to put the arms out to the side and bring them in to kind of help me develop a little bit of a rhythm there. All right, now we're into our wall balls. Keeping in mind this isn't obviously a full range of motion wall ball. I'm just kind of performing it in here in the garage gym so you guys can see everything in one place. But full squat release, ideally 10 feet for the guys and 8 or 9 feet for the ladies. Now, the 25, the pyramid, if you will, the top, is going to be burpees into pull-ups. The big thing I want you to make sure you focus on here is noticing that the pull-ups are a jumping pull-up. I'm not doing a kipping pull-up. I'm not doing a strict pull-up that I'm going to lose my rhythm and timing with. I'm simply jumping myself up to the bar and then pulling straight through that bar. Stay tuned for movement modifications. All right, guys, so let's talk modifications on the weighted push-ups. If you don't have anything you can load up to the push-up position, then I'm basically just going to have you guys do a tempo push-up, a 3 to 4 second lower down, pause, press back up. So 3, 4 down, 1 at the bottom, push back up. If we need to modify this to a bench press or a floor press because you don't have the core strength to be able to stabilize adding that weight to the between the hip and the shoulders, then that's gonna be fine. Let's go at 10 rep max for the floor press or the bench press. Theoretically speaking though, you're probably better served working at a weight that you guys can handle for the weighted push-ups and improving your core strength than you are modifying a movement because you can't stabilize it and do the work, all right? When it comes to the workout itself, wall climbs. We talked about what happens if we need to modify that wall climb. We're cutting the range of motion short a little bit, so instead of working your way all the way back to the wall, we're maybe going at about a 45-degree angle, controlling and coming back down. If you guys don't have a wall, that I would suggest we just do some plank shoulder taps, in which case maybe think about how many steps it would normally take you to get yourself back to the wall, to whatever position you can do, and utilize that in counting your reps for the wall climb. So if it took me, let's say 6 to 8 steps to get myself back to that position, then I would probably do 6 to 8 shoulder taps each side for each wall climb in terms of workload, all right? Keeping in mind the wall climb, obviously for me, being more challenging than the shoulder taps are pretty easy. If those are closer together, difficulty-wise, that would maybe lessen that shoulder tap number a little bit. Second piece is going to be those dumbbell plank rows. If we can't do those, we can always do a bent over row or something with a barbell or a plate. If you guys need to, you can put yourself in that side plank and row a band. That personally is my favorite modification for the plank row, because it's going to get the residual core work in there. That's going to create the stability that then allows you to perform the movement. 15, that tuck crunch, super easy. If we need to modify, we'll take it down to a sit-up and have that sit-up a straight-legged sit-up, however you want to look at that. You can always do a hollow hold if that's something you guys need to work on, but you can't really go from the hollow to an extension and back to a hollow, or crunch to a hollow. Then let's pick a time that you can maintain a quality hold, maybe even do some reps at that time, but we don't want to go and do sloppy hollow holds just for the sake of doing them, because you know you need to work on them. If you need to work on them and you're going to modify the tuck crunch to that, then let's keep that a high quality hollow hold. So pay attention to the rep set there. For the set of 20 wall balls, really easy. If we don't have our wall ball, we're just going to grab our dumbbells. Keep in mind these should be pretty light dumbbells, since that ball is going to be light, and we're working our way through a dumbbell or really light barbell thruster. Now, for those burpee pull-ups, if you guys don't have the pull-up bar, since we're jumping through the pull-up, we don't necessarily need the requisite strength that we would for a strict pull-up, or maybe even honestly a kipping pull-up for that matter. But if you don't have that bar set up in position where you could do that kind of thing, I want you to still do the burpee, and I want you to do some kind of laid back row that you would normally do for a bodyweight row. So keep in mind, that's gonna be different than that plank row, right? The dumbbell plank row, or whatever we're gonna modify it with, is a little bit more about holding and controlling position, utilizing external load. The burpee pull-up, if we're gonna have to modify it from the jumping pull-up, is gonna be more about our own body weight. So if you guys are hanging back from something, whether it's the rings, the TRX, something along those lines, don't want you to make it super hard, because that jumping pull-up on the burpee pull-up is not gonna be super hard.